Okay. So it's taken me like a very long time to make this video, and I've tried so many times. But the moment I knew, and honest to God, the moment I knew like today, I had a wave of anxiety and depression, and then I was able to come out of it on my own. I didn't have to look at a video. I didn't have to look at, a quote. you know, I follow inspirational stuff on Instagram and on TikTok. So the moment I realized I could pull myself out of it without looking at those, it was big, very important to me. And so this video was inspired. I wanted to make something like this anyways, but it was inspired by one of the people who commented on my last video. And I guess I have the need to explain. You were not alone in thinking that way. I used to have the same mindset as you when I was very, very young. And you are older than me, I understand, but I'm very numb to love right now. This is true, but I'm not immune to love. For me, especially now, I have trust issues because having someone label you as something you're not, and having them know your character and know you're not capable of hurting them the way that they in their mind assume that I did, it's a lot. But I promise you, and I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be 100%, but if I can get through it, I don't know what you've been through in your life. I don't claim to know, and you don't have to tell me details, and I don't require details. But it's a lot. Ow. My butt. In the last two videos I tried to make like this, I just ended up crying and over explaining things, and after watching them through, I can't over explain anything anymore. If someone does not know my character and they don't know me after how long, then there's nothing I can do for you. Who you see is who you get. It's not some, like, I guess the best example I can give about my recent events is someone not recognizing something for what it is, labeling something, me, labeling someone as, crazy or, whatever else, whatever bad words, instead of just recognizing it for what it is, instead of saying and thinking this person's crazy, sit down and talk to the person and realize, oh no, it's not crazy, it's actually grief. But again, you can't force someone. From what I realized with my group sessions is you can't force someone to change the narrative of you if that's what they firmly believe. And that's okay. Yes, it hurts, but it's okay. So I've been burned by love. I have. And I'm not expecting, and it took me a while for that one, for this one specifically. I never expected, now I don't expect, answers. I don't expect a lot of things from that person because I don't hate them anymore. I don't have the energy or strength to hate or have poison seep even further because of said, whatever, just hate, I guess. I can't even say hate because I feel like that's wrong, but definitely something negative that I don't like. But what I do understand with that is hurt people, and I'm one of them, and so is he. I firmly believe it was a trauma bond from what I've learned in my sessions, and It's a toughie. I didn't expect that at all, and it was very a hard one to reel in, to understand that's what it was. You know, because I had trusted this person so much, and you know, one lie after another. And sometimes love is very, if you don't know yourself, I'll say this, love can be very difficult to maintain, even if you're so in love with that person and you have some trust with that person. Trust can lead to mistrust in like that. It can. But by that same token, if we don't, you know, on one side, if you don't fix yourself or help yourself to grieving and giving yourself grace and healing, then you're never gonna be successful in anything in life. And on the flip side of that coin, if you just, like on the other side, if you don't do anything, bad things will happen, and you wonder, why is anything happening to you? On the flip side of that coin, if you actually take the time to work on yourself and be your own person and understand who you are by yourself, you'll find a lot of good things are going to happen. So that's what I say. I can't hate the person that did hurt me, and I did hurt them, but I won't go into detail about it, but you know, it's a lot, but there's not much you can do about it. You know, people are gonna feel the way they're gonna feel, but that's my experience. You know, but for the person who commented on my video, again, this was inspired by you. I guess I would take back what I said. I don't feel defeated by love. You can feel defeated, but you know, love isn't like true love, like someone you know you're gonna marry type love. Like I look forward to that one day, but honestly, if I never get married, yes, it's sad and it'll suck, but the older I get, the more comfortable I am with that thought. Honestly, I mean, at this point, I firmly believe I'm gonna have one kid by myself, and that wasn't my ideal, but you know, here we are. I'm turning 29 this year, on the last leg of my 20s, and I have to think realistically. Again, I'm not immune to love. I want love. I still do, but I'm not relying on anyone to make me happy. Trust is even harder for me to come by. So I said this to the last person. My love for you comes from my respect for you. My respect for you comes from my love for you. You know, and that's always going to be true. I want someone I can admire. Someone I can hold a conversation with and admire. I mean, just so many good things. And I guess I'm just getting to know a different side of me that I don't think I ever found or knew existed, maybe. No one said this life shit, this adult shit was gonna be easy. But I guarantee you, with the way I grew up, my father did a lot of horrible things. I'm not gonna delve into that, but and my mother, being a victim of it, has not been the same since, and I'll leave it like that. Growing up with parents like that makes me realize, yes, I have trauma. And I know other people similar may have trauma too. But if you don't handle it, sooner or later it will explode in your face. It exploded in my face. I would know. I just don't want to be hurt anymore. And I did hurt myself, emotionally I hurt myself by not speaking on something earlier. And here we are. Sometimes I blame myself for it. I really, really do, in more than one way. But we all take part in things. I take my part. There are things I could control and things I couldn't control. See it like that. So to that person, person commented, please don't think you're alone. Please don't think you're alone. This life is odd, and all we ever wanted in life was peace. But we have to give our own selves peace and grace and time. We are going to live until we're in our 80s, 90s, or even 100s, hopefully. So we have time. Again, I'm going to be 29 this year. And I'm really glad I recognize everything now. I know who I am. I'm sensitive. More than I gave myself credit for. I'm expressive. I'm a lot of good things. More good than bad. So please don't give up. You are capable. You can be loved by the right person, I promise you. One day it will happen to me. One day. Cross fingers. And I want it to happen to you. I want you to fall in love with the most wonderful person in the world. Because you deserve it. So don't ever deny yourself that grace. Work on yourself. Know who you are. Go to therapy, counseling, group counseling, anything. I have 4 counselors, and I go to group counseling. I'm not kidding. So do it for you and no one else. Friends shouldn't define you. Friends shouldn't define your character. Family shouldn't define your character. What I learned is we have to define ourselves and who we are. And forgive those who have really hurt us and those we've hurt. It's important. So please, you're wonderful. You deserve a lot. Don't deny yourself that. All right, gotta go.